We are here. Big chillin'. Got our cow mug and our coffee. We're gonna break out some chickens here in a minute because chickens were winning until like last second, and then food won the poll tonight for what we should stream. So we ended up doing this stream instead, coffee and chickens. So that's what we're gonna do tonight, coffee and chickens. I want to change it up a bit. I felt like we hadn't done an odd stream in a while, and I felt like I was doing y'all a disservice if I didn't do an odd stream. So y'all can see the steam coming off that coffee. It's a fresh cup. It's a fresh cup, you know what I'm saying? So we got a whole cup of coffee to down while we chat, and then we're gonna take the time to grab a chicken or two out of the coop. I know y'all want to see the chickens. That's the only reason y'all showed up to this stream, let's be honest. Y'all only showed up for the chickens and the cow mug. It's a pretty cool cow mug though. Once everybody gets in here, we'll do some chit-chatting. So, I got my sign up done for the state championship. I'm doing bench specific this year, so that's going to be a great time. Wait for everybody to get in here. It's going to be a couple minutes, I imagine. But yeah, this is it, guys. This is it for tonight. We're just going to drink coffee and chat. I'm going to get the chicken out momentarily, I promise. Everything's feeling good though. All my lifts are feeling really good. Nothing's felt off. Nothing's felt bad. So how's it going? How's it going? It's gonna be a slow night on the stream tonight, guys. The vote was to do chickens, and I'm gonna finish this cup of coffee before we grab the chickens. But we're gonna be breaking out some chickens here in a minute from the coop, which is just down this way. We're probably gonna break out one of the baby chickens. I've got one of the baby chicks in there. I've got the rooster. We might get the rooster out if he cooperates. We don't know if he's gonna cooperate or not. And then maybe one of the big mama hens. This is just coffee tonight, Lewis. Yeah, so I did a vote. I want to do something different, and we hadn't done chicken stream in a while. We hadn't done a cooking stream in a while. Chickens won for the most part, so we're doing a chicken stream. I'm going to update y'all on the chickens, but that's not going to be until after this cup of coffee because chickens aren't the cleanest things in the world. So happy Thursday, Daniel. How's it going? Welcome. No, the vote was one, Mark. You're gonna get in the Discord. Sometimes we run polls, Mark. We voted and chicken streamed one tonight, which we're gonna grab one of my chickens or a few of my chickens out of the pen and bring them out tonight. I did work out though. I did work out. We didn't skip our workout. The stream choice was chicken stream tonight, so we're gonna get the chickens out. Yeah, if you've never been here for the chicken stream before, I've got a lot of chickens. I get fresh eggs every morning, so every morning we get between 4, sometimes 5 or 6 eggs from the coop. So nice farm fresh eggs. Chickens are very well taken care of. They live a good life. How's it going? No, how's it going? Lift the bench. This bench is very old. This bench is very old, as you can probably tell from the wear and tear on it here. If I could definitely pick it up. It doesn't actually weigh that much, but it would break. That bench is stationary permanently. Oh, until I'm replacing it. This whole deck is going to get replaced here soon. But that chair, it might look sturdy. I could sit on it, but picking it up, it'd fall apart. The hardware is old. Bench press is my favorite thing to do. Do I feed them creatine? No, I don't feed them creatine. They've had protein powder a couple times, but they've never had creatine. They probably could eat it. They could have creatine powder, but it wouldn't hurt them, I imagine. Chickens are very very good at digesting things. They are carnivorous, like to the bone, man. Super strength. That's it. Always super strength. I vaguely am working on that now. Just depends on who you ask. But yeah, strength is always going to be the best superpower. But no, they don't get fed creatine, but they've had protein powder like whey protein. I think it was vanilla flavor or maybe peanut butter. They love that. They eat a lot of good foods though. They eat an organic chicken feed for their bulk of their meals, and then we give them breads and like leftovers from our meals, vegetables, fruit. So Yeah, I did the full body again today. Still doing my normal workouts are the same as you see on stream. So yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. Probably going to be a workout stream. We don't do the chicken streams very often, so I don't eat PB&Js. Now the chickens will eat a PB&J. I don't eat any jelly because there's almost always added sugar, but I don't eat any jelly. So if I'm having peanut butter, it's not going to be with jelly. But I don't need any added sugar, or very, very, very minimal. I wouldn't say absolute zero, but it's close. This coffee is hitting good. It's like probably about 60, 67 degrees, 65 degrees. So it's not like super cold, but it's not warm outside. So the coffee's hitting perfectly. All right, enjoy school. What y'all think of the cow mug? Cow mug's pretty lit. I think my wife found this one. All right, who wants to see a chicken? Who wants to see a chicken? That's what you guys are really here for, right? The chickens. All right. So I'm going to go fetch said chickens. You guys are going to have to wait here. Okay? I'll be back with the chicken. I'll be back with the chicken. I can't see nothing, guys. I'm about to grab a flashlight. Hold on. I got a flashlight. I'm going to go fetch a chicken. I have a job. All right. We got it. There it is. Come on, calm down. You're okay. You're not. Yeah, calm down. She's a baby, so she's a little bit less fond of being out at night. She hasn't been out at night. This is her first time being outside of the pen past like dark. So she's very confused. She's very confused. Hey. Normal southern things, right? She also doesn't like being held by her feet. Some chickens don't mind it as much. Some enjoy it, or some prefer to be held by their feet. They chill out immediately. Some will just hang out on your lap, like her. She's very docile, obviously. Most chickens are very docile. When it's hens, roosters can be very aggressive, but hens are generally pretty docile. Now roosters will mess you up, right? So, but this little baby here, she's very young too. About 13, I got one rooster, but I got about 13 chickens total right now. But she's very, very young. She's not even egg laying age yet. We raised her from a baby. We've got 3 others. We got 3 total like her. We raised 4. One went to my mother-in-law has one of them. But we raised 4 total. We kept 3. So, but she's very nice when she calms down. She was very confused by the situation when I walked over there. So we've got 7 or 8 that actively lay every day or every other day. We get 5 to 6 eggs a day. So, and then we've got these 3 that will lay eggs. We've got one large rooster. He's a big boy. But it just depends on the season. So some seasons you get more eggs than others. Some seasons you'll get an egg every other day, every 3 days. Some season you'll get an egg a day. So it depends on the breed. We haven't had any die of old age. Some live, 5-10 years, sometimes more. Egg laying, usually you get 3 to 5 good years of egg laying, is what I've gathered. We're not new to this, but we haven't had chickens enough to really get a good average for ours. We do feed them organically, so they eat organic diet. They're very well taken care of chickens. They even have, during the really cold winter months, generally they'll have a heater inside their coop, so they have heat. They live a good life. During the summer months, we can watermelon to keep them cool. We'll give them little ice baths that they can jump in and out of. They are very pampered. Okay, let's stop with the flappy flap. No. Calm down. I know you want to go back in your bed. But for the most part, they're very, very chill animals. So, come say hi. No, I haven't. I've seen it. We want to try it. We haven't tried it though. Say hi. $4.95, Mart. Say hello. Yeah, she's very, very active right now. Is that you in the camera? She's looking at herself in the camera. There's a I have the camera where I can see the picture. So what she's looking at right now is her. She's very, very put off by the fact there's another chicken nearby right now. No, just strictly for egg purposes. Just strictly for egg purposes. This is where she pecks my phone and cracks the screen, right? She is. She's heavily. I can tell by her posture right now. She's not comfortable with her own reflection. She's trying to figure out whether or not she should be angry at this chicken in the camera right now. That's you. You're the only one that can solve that problem. I might go get one of the big roosters out. I'm gonna put her away because she's very, very upset. I also noticed they tipped their water over, so I'm gonna get them water after we get done with the stream. Good thing I checked, but they have a tendency. They like to tip over their water jug like at least once every other day. So, but they get checked every day, so they're all good. All right, say bye to the little baby chick. I'm gonna go grab one of the big chicks, or I'm either gonna grab one of the big hens, or I'm gonna grab the rooster next. So we'll see which one's readily available to be grabbed, because they hide behind each other in the pen. So I'm gonna figure out which one I can get a hold of. All right, baby, let's go. All right, I'm gonna go grab the rooster. I need my flashlight. I'll be right back. Oh, they can fly away. Yes, they can. Hey, Mama, it's okay. You ain't gonna get hurt. All right, I couldn't get to the rooster, but he's in the back, and I want to wake up the entire pen. But this is one of our big mamas here. She is a lot larger, as you can tell, and she's all black feathering, all the way from her head to her bum, even her feet. She'll stop hitting me in the face. She's a French Cressevoir. She's a French Cressevoir. She's a big girl. So she's an adult. She's an adult. Here, we're gonna put her down on my lap, see if she'll cooperate. These bigger ones are not as docile as the smaller ones. This is a more active breed. They're a lot more less docile breed. They're French Cressevoirs. Our French Cressevoir roosters were actually super aggressive. But she's a good chicken. All of our hens are very, very well mannered. Our roosters the rooster we have now, we had to rehome a couple of our other roosters, the French Cressevoir roosters, because they were so aggressive that they were causing injury. So I got clipped by one, and they have big spurs on their feet. They're like thumb sized, and our French Cressevoir roosters were large. Hey, David, welcome back, boss. How's it going? We're just checking out some chickens. A little short stream with some chickens tonight. How you doing, David? Long time no see. But yeah. Yeah, so chickens have different, the different breeds essentially are like how often they lay eggs, what color egg they lay, what size the eggs are, things like that. How's it going, keep it real? That's what differentiates the breeds the most. Obviously they look different, and that's how you tell what they are, but let me turn off this camera, guys, or this flashlight. That's how you differentiate the breeds, is by their coloration and stuff like that. But they all have different quirks, right? So like these ones lay a small white egg, right? Or a medium white egg, and then you have some that'll lay a small white egg, and then you have some that'll lay a brown. There's green and blue egg layers. You can get a lot of different colors from your eggs and all that cool stuff, right? So also their wingspans can be bigger, smaller. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good wing shot for you guys. So you see how long her wing is? We don't clip their wings. You can if you want to keep them on the ground, because they will fly. They can get up kind of high. They can't actively glide away, but they can get up into trees. They can get away from you pretty well, right? But they have pretty impressive wingspans. Watch when she starts flapping at me a little bit here. I'm not going to force it, but sometimes she'll flap at you. They have pretty impressive wingspans, right? I'm being very gentle with her, by the way. Chickens are also, so here's one thing, if you've never, yeah, I've heard of the dodo birds. Yep. I would love to have a dodo bird. It's unfortunate I can't have a dodo bird. But, so one thing to know about chickens is if you've never had chickens before, it can be a little jarring, because the thing about chickens is they are hyper aggressive carnivores. Let's say a small animal or a mouse was to get into the pen, they flock, like it's like raptors, right? When they say that chickens are the closest thing to dinosaurs, there's a reason for it. They will flock over to it, and they will, as a group, demolish whatever small thing got into the pen. If you are a chicken keeper and you pass out or hit your head in the coop, you'll probably wake up to chickens trying to eat you. Like they will eat whatever they have the opportunity to eat. Meat, vegetables, fruit, nuts, pumpkins, watermelons, humans, small animals, mouses, a dog, if a dog falls down in there. Like they will eat anything they get the opportunity to eat. Other chickens, they'll eat each other if they have the opportunity. They're very carnivorous. Very carnivorous. I mean, I guess they're omnivorous, but they will eat a chicken nugget. We don't feed them chicken because you're not supposed to feed them chicken, but they will eat a chicken nugget. They'll eat eggs. Yeah, I've heard they're extinct. I would love to have had one. I would definitely be a dodo bird keeper, but They cannot. They're not supposed to eat chicken. It's. You're not supposed to eat the same thing you are. It's like humans shouldn't eat humans, obviously, for moral reasons, but also health reasons. Um, but same thing with chickens. They will eat it, but they are not supposed to. Now that being said, we've had one chicken that got. Hey, I appreciate the gift. I appreciate the gift. We got David back renewing his membership tonight. He's once again in the Big Dog Club, and then Bryn sent some gifts. It's appreciated. It's appreciated. We'll put it into the chicken treat fund. There you go, chicken treat fund. But yeah, so but we had one chicken get caught by a predator. Yes, kind of, by feeding them back other beef. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so we had one chicken get caught up by a predator. It was a hawk, managed to get a hold of one of our chickens, and unfortunately the chicken passed away. We didn't discover it for a few hours, because you won't hear it when it happens, generally. Well, sometimes we'll hear noise back here, we'll come and check on them, but this is during the day, it was very quick. So that chicken passed away, which was unfortunate. This is when we first started keeping chickens. And the chickens had not started eating that chicken, but had we left it there for a few more hours, they probably would have. I didn't notice either, David, to be honest. I enjoy the support, but you know, I know that you know, not always gonna be a recurring thing. You know, you're still an OG, David, in my brain. You're always gonna be an OG regardless of the membership. All right, you don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. Always gonna be an OG. Always gonna be an OG. Just like Bryn and Tico's been here a long time. You know, all y'all. So, because I've already worked out today, we decided to do a chicken stream instead. Say hi. Say hi. Here, let me get her a close-up. She hasn't done a close-up yet. Say hello. She's not as judgy. She's been on camera a few times. I eat organic peanut butter, Mark, when I have peanut butter. Yeah, it's been a while, Bryn. It's been a long time. You and David, I think, both have been around since like the first couple of streams. I don't know if Saray's here. Saray's been around about that long too. Yeah. We haven't seen Jay in a while, but Jay was always here. Forrest hasn't been here in a little while, but all y'all. I try and remember names. I try and remember all the people that have come and showed me any kind of support, you know. I do my best. I could go and check on I still have a lot of those Fairlife bottles. I still have all of them, actually. Then we're doing this Fairlife bottle signing every night. I still have those bottles. Chase has been through a few times, but Chase is very busy, what it sounds like, and so is Jay. Mossberg was back in the other night, but Mossberg's been on like a vacation or something. Mossberg's still around. But I still have all those bottles with all the names on them. They're in a bag now. I had to move them, but they're here. They're here. All right, I'm gonna go put Mama up. She's been very kind to us and hung out with us. So I'm gonna go put her back since she's being a good girl. She's gonna go back to bed. All right, say bye, Mama Hen. Bye. All right, I'm gonna go put her up. I'll be right back. Let's go. But those are the chickens. Those are the chickens, guys. So I didn't have the space for them, is why they're all in bags now, Tico. I was just putting them in assorted places in my home. Some were on the mantle. Some was on my end table. Some were like on my counter in my kitchen. Those bottles were everywhere. And my wife, Britt, started to get a little frustrated with the bottle collection. I'm gonna be honest. She's like, these have to go somewhere. So we put them in a big bag that now resides in one of my closets is just, if anybody else ever found that bag, they'd be like, what is going on? They would be so confused. Uh, all the drawings and whatnot. Yeah, they'd be so confused. They'd be so confused. We did that banner one time. I think I still have that banner somewhere. We did a banner one night. That was pretty cool. I want to say the tortoise is asleep right now. The moose. I'll have to go take photos of the pictures that I drew. All the requests. It was a giraffe. It was a giraffe, Bryn. I think we did a moose at one point. The giraffe is top tier. The giraffe is top tier. All right, the J-Raff. I've tried Zerkers, David, a few times. They're tough. I've been doing a lot of back squat recently, and I actually implemented some pendulum squats recently as well, which is called a pendulum squat machine. It's like almost like a hack squat, but it comes down at an angle too. It kind of like rotates underneath you. It's that pendulum squat is a beast. But I've been doing that a lot of back squats. My squat's getting stronger, so I got to do a PR test here soon on it. Maybe tomorrow. So it is. It's ridiculous, Bryn. It's ridiculous. It is no joke. No joke. I kind of want to get the tortoise, but he's usually asleep right now. Crowley's in bed, guys. Crowley's in bed. I'm not going to wake him up. Oh yeah, so the hack squat, or not the hack squat, the pendulum squat, the craziest part is, so when I went to do pendulum squats for the first time, I was like, I'm gonna slap a plate on, right? That'll be fine. It's not gonna be an issue. And I got it. You guys were there when I tried it, I think. Slapped a plate on, and I was like, you know, I'm good to like mid threes on a back squat, so this shouldn't be a problem. Tortoise is asleep. Yep. And I went down with that. It was like, I don't know, the plate aside, and I was at the bottom. I was like, this is awful. I was like, who does this? Why? Why? It'll humble you so fast. He'll be up tomorrow morning. He sleeps overnight. Crowley's a very friendly tortoise, though. Very friendly. He loves attention. But he's asleep. I'm not gonna wake him up. It's almost time for him to go back inside. So he usually is out here during the summer, and then as it starts getting colder, which it's starting to do, he migrates inside to his indoor pen, because if you leave them out in the cold, they'll start to hibernate, and you don't want them to, or brumate, hibernate essentially. And you don't want them to do that. They'll dig a hole into the ground, and they will hibernate for months. They'll go to sleep, and they won't come out of the hole for like 6 months. But the problem is that captivity-raised tortoises sometimes don't come out of hibernation. So we don't want him to not come out of hibernation, right? We don't do the hibernation cycles. Exactly, Bryn. We'd be able to find them, but they don't wake back up. They eventually just waste away. Does that make sense? They don't eat because they're asleep, and there's no better way to say it. The tortoises, if they don't come out, they can starve, right? So, or most probably dehydrate before they starve. It's one of those things. It's good for tortoises in the wild, but it's not so good for tortoises in captivity. So they've kind of started to not do that as well. Does that make sense? That's what I've gathered. I've never had him do it, so I never had to worry about it. But yeah, so we have a nice pen indoors where he stays during the winter. It's more comfortable for him anyways, and then he has an outdoor pen because he likes the sunshine and the outdoors during the summer months. So. But we are approaching the 30-minute mark, and I'm not doing a long stream tonight, guys. Not only because I've got stuff to do, but also I am covered in chicken. Does that make sense? I currently smell like a barnyard. There it is. There it is. That'd be big. That'd be big news, Bryn. That'd be big news, Bryn. We'll move them in probably this month. That is big news, Bryn, if so. Big news if true. Best of luck either way. Yeah, no, that's what it is, David. That's what it is. 100%, Bryn. 100% looking forward to it. But all right, I am gonna head out though. I was gonna do a short one with the chickens. There's obviously the chickens aren't super active at night, but they did come out and say hello. I'm gonna go work on their waterer because they decided to tip it over, and I didn't notice it till just now. So I'm gonna go work on their their water bottle. And then I'm gonna go and get the chicken rinsed off me because I am covered in chicken stuff, assorted chicken feathers, and God knows what else. But all right, appreciate you guys. I'll be back on tomorrow. We're gonna do the workout stream. Tomorrow is the plan. As long as everything goes to plan, tomorrow's a workout stream. I'm not gonna do any odd end streams tomorrow. We'll be just moving weights. But all right, y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all.